Welcome. Tonight, we're going to be looking at our community in our meditation. I thought that would be kind of an interesting topic. We've never done anything like that. And so what we're going to do tonight is take a look at who's in our community, and then how do we want to interact with our community? And more importantly, how do we influence our community? So those are the things that we're going to be looking at tonight and grounding our community. All right, and it's Female Fridays. So we're going to use our female grounding in our meditation as well. All right, you ready? Go ahead and close your eyes and bring your awareness right behind your eyes to the center of your head. Take a big breath in and exhale so that you can feel your body. And with your eyes closed, find the base of your spine, and that's the point where you have a chakra called your first chakra. And we're going to create a line of energy from the first chakra straight down into the planet till it gets to the very center of the planet, and then devise a way to anchor that cord in. We call it a grounding cord, so that it's anchored into the center of the planet, and then also anchored at the base of your spine. And if you want to turn that grounding cord into a tube so that you can actually see foreign energy releasing from your space while you're meditating, that's always great. And we're going to go ahead and try this grounding cord out. So let's go ahead and start to release the energies of the day. So you could start with any work energy that you might have done today, and let gravity start to gently pull that out of your space. If you have any energy that has made you feel ungrounded today, too many requests, too many things going on, feeling overwhelmed, go ahead and just ground that energy out. Let go of your responsibilities for the next half hour. And let your mind rest. See if you can bring your mind to a resting state. Going to put our female grounding on tonight as well, so you can create a big tube to go underneath your uterus, and that tube drops into your main grounding cord that you just created. Then we're going to ground both of the ovaries into that uterine grounding cord, and you can just draw a line of energy from each ovary into that uterine grounding cord. And then you're going to ground your sciatic nerves into the uterine grounding cord, and they come right up behind you by your butt dimples, and you're just going to draw a line of energy from each sciatic nerve into the uterine grounding. And just like your regular grounding cord, gravity works with this grounding cord as well, so you can start to release the energies out of your female space. You might want to start by just releasing male energy tonight. Male energy can feel really good in our bodies when it's invited, but during the course of a day, we have a lot of uninvited male energy come into our spaces. So take a few moments tonight and let all that male energy release from your body. It's actually a lower energy vibration than what works for your female body. And we're going to ground the female creative energy, which gets generated out in front of your abdomen. So you can create one more tube that sits out in front of your abdomen so that you can ground all of that female creative energy down to about a basketball size. Go ahead and create that and start grounding your creative energy. Let's start by releasing problems from the creative energy. Most of the problems you'll find in your female creative energy are not yours. They will be other people's problems that they've dumped in your space to solve for them. And look around for any expectations that other people have left in your space and release those. And then I never say this, but go ahead and look for any takers in your creative energy. People who are hanging out just wanting to use your creative energy or wait for you to mock things up for them. Kick them out tonight. Very good. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started on our community meditation tonight. And you're going to start with a large circle out in front of you on your screen. Go ahead and create that. Put a grounding cord on that circle. And this is the symbol you will use to put your community into. So get that grounded. Now think of all the people that you know. Your neighbors, barbers, beauticians, postal workers, business associates, business owners, families, parents, not just your parents, but other people's parents, teachers, other families, and children. Put all of those people that you know into your circle for your community. It's a lot of people. Also, if you've traveled in your life and have met people in foreign places, put those people in your circle too. Look at the vastness of this space and the multitude of people that you know. This is your community. These are people that you know and have an energetic connection with. They're also people you can have influence over. Think about how large the scope of that really is. How will you use your influence over your community? Let's ground the circle. We're going to start your influence over your community by giving it a healing. So with the grounding cord on the circle, go ahead and say hello to any competition in the community space and start to ground that out. This could be any kind of competition for attention, competition for love, competition for money, just go ahead and look at whatever color shows up in your circle when I say competition and ground that out. I'm seeing competition for time, competition for space coming out. And then after you've cleared the competition, say hello to any religious differences and that energy of religious differences, and let's just ground it. Let any judgments about religious differences release as well. And then as you clear that, go ahead and say hello to any philosophical differences and ground that. So just to let you know, we're not trying to homogenize everything. We're just grounding the energy off of all these differences to help bring some neutrality to the space. So after you've grounded the philosophical differences, go ahead and say hello to any resistance to change in the circle that you're looking at. And that actually leads into another thing. I was looking at the fear that comes up with resistance to change. So go ahead and say hello to any fear that might come up and ground that out. And then how about any energies that get between your community and their freedom? And say hello to any aggression in your community space. Ground that out. And after you ground that aggression out, the last thing we're going to ground out of the community space is survival energy. And you might notice that there's a lot of survival currently right now about money. So as you clear the survival energy, I would also give a hello to any survival energy about money in your community space and ground that out. Good. All right. Well, now what I'm going to have you do is fill the circle in with a big gold sun, and we're going to set the energy for the community. I thought of a few vibrations that might work well in it, but you're welcome to bring in whatever vibration you want to for your community. So as you create that big gold sun above the circle, you can fill it full of harmony, respect, compassion, and anything else that you would love to have in your community. And once you've filled that circle in with all those vibrations in the sun, you're going to put a bomb under the circle and blow it up. Boom. We want to disperse all that energy. And so now a great way to gauge the quality of your influence over your community is to have an agreement with divinity in place. And this will help ensure that what you say or represent to your community is in alignment with your spiritual path. So you're going to create a simple agreement with divinity right now that will help to guide you on your spiritual path, and will help to guide you on how to interact with your community so that it is in alignment with your path. So we're going to create a mental image picture of a rose out in front of you and put a grounding cord on it. Ground it to the center of the planet. And let this rose represent the agreement that you'll make with Supreme Being to influence your community. Get that grounded. And now I'm going to have you ask Supreme Being a few things and gather some information. Go ahead and ask Supreme Being, what do I currently bring to my community? And all of the things that you see that you bring to your community or that you're being told by Supreme Being, you can go ahead and put all of those in the rose. Next, ask the rose, what do I receive from my community? And say hello to your gratitude for that. And you can put your gratitude in the rose. And the next question is, how can I support my community? And as you get that information on how you can support your community, go ahead and put that information into the rose. And then the next question is, how can I integrate with my community? And put that in the rose. Now ask the rose, how can I energetically impact or influence my community? Put all the answers you got to that question into the rose. And then the next question is, what is one of my highest and best vibrations that I have to offer in the way of service to others? Listen for your answer. And you can put that into the rose. Now you're going to take all of this information and think of how you would like to impact your community moving forward from today. And are there any steps that you can take to raise the energy vibration of your community? Go ahead and put those steps in the rose. And those can be both physical and energetic steps. Go ahead and ground all these things that you've put in your rose. And while you're grounding the rose, start to pull your energy out of the rose. So the best way to do that is to create a sun above your head and call your energy out of the rose and tell it to go into the sun. I like that method because you can actually watch the energy coming out of the rose and going above your head where the sun is. So you can actually see how much of your energy you may have left in it. So go ahead and pull your energy out of the rose, bring it into a gold sun above your head. And when that is full, go ahead and fill yourself in completely. Fill up every cell of your body, fill up your aura, fill up your grounding cord with gold. And when you're all filled up, you can come on out of trance. Good job. I thought that was a little different. And I like doing something a little different than what we usually do. So you'll have to let me know what you think of that. Okay, so I have announcements that I just lost. So just a minute here. Okay, the announcements are coming up. Tuesday the 9th is Sharing Healing in the Sanctuary. Monday the 15th is Seek and You Will Find. And Thursday the 18th is my women's intuition class called Female Freedom. We're going to explore some different spaces and create our freedom in those spaces for that class. Let me see if I have my notes here. We're going to explore freedom in the body, freedom at work and in the creative space, freedom in your personal life, and freedom in relationships. So that's going to be the Women's Intuition class this month. And then Monday the 22nd, I'm having another introductory meeting for my Healing from A to Z program. I just get so excited when I talk about it. So I would love it if you would come on Monday so that you can hear all about the program. If you're on the fence and you've heard about the program, but you don't know for sure whether you'd be interested, please come to the meeting, because we do energy work to help you get into the program if it's something that you would like to do. So, and I'd love the chance to tell you all the different things that are going to go on in that program. So that's Monday the 22nd. And everybody will be getting a link to that day. So you don't have to worry about registering for it. Just look for the link on the 22nd. And then Wednesday the 28th is Wisdom Night in the Sanctuary. And Body Beautiful this month is Flexibility, and it's on the 30th. So that's what's going on. And let me see. Okay, no comments other than for that. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you for the Sharing Healing next week. Got my eyes on you. Have a wonderful evening. All right. Good night.